But we need to get some kind of a publicity package together, you know, so that we can come on the show and say, this is what Marshall's got, because you can't stay there.
There is a
Nobody
page
can
of
stay there
English.
'cause there's no place to stay.
Oh, so there is.
There's no motel, there's no nothing. You can come down, but come down. for
Big
the
red
day,
robe
some
tea.
art,
Use your Mandarin
hear
skills.
some music, and drink some
Yeah,
wine.
look at that. See that page right there? It
Somehow.
says
That'll
that.
happen next year,
Now,
I'm
now
sure.
look, see.
So coming out. And just
Here's,
look
here are
around.
my
Go
Mandarin
out one day
skills,
and
okay?
just- there's nothing
Okay,
really
look, see
happening
that wooden
right
box?
now, but
And you see
someone
what's written on it?
bought one of
See
the
that symbol?
cafes,
Yep.
and they're
Is
gonna
that
turn it
symbol?
into a
That
really
symbol
nice restaurant.
would be that symbol,
Lots of
and
money.
that symbol
Yeah.
would be
And,
that one.
I
I didn't,
just last
I
week
didn't,
voted in.
I didn't go for the wooden box. I went for the
Right.
cardboard.
Town before that,
So
so
you're
now
gonna
we're
go
gonna have
with
a
the
bar.
You wanna do
Since
something with it,
19,
huh?
first one since 1940.
Yeah, that's something we can definitely, you know. Now's the time, I guess, is the easiest thing to say about it. Yeah. If you were gonna try and have a, you know, successful
That is
music
refreshing.
out there.
Is it
It's
all
been a
right?
dry town so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. People come. There's so many bands,
it's
so
perfect.
many engaged musicians.
Yeah, when you add a sweetener, like one sugar cube to it or some,
Gosh,
it is good, isn't it?
beautiful. An orange stick isn't bad at all either.
Yeah, no,
All
that's
right.
great.
An
We
orange
can
stick with the
thank
jasmine
Casey
love.
Waters and Judson for the orange chocolate covered orange sticks.
Thank you, Trace.
And yeah, that's my microphone. I keep this one at my end of the table. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
So I sound like the dude, you know.
John,
Is this
how
a,
come you had
this is a
Laura in
mad
there last
scientist
week? Was it a
custom
fun time?
microphone.
The band,
Laura reading Deep Pocket?
Deep Pocket.
Hey, it's quite crowded in here.
Yeah,
Hello
grab
there.
grab up a chair. You may have to grab up a couple of chairs. Oh God, what have you bought? Is this supper? Oh, thank you. Okay, isn't that good? I get supper.
Tremendous.
Yeah, you'll probably have to.
I can go.
You,
I'll just
yeah,
get some chairs
yeah. Put
out
that
the
on the
studio.
workbench in there. Throw that on the workbench. That'll.
We're fine.
Yeah, and we'll do. See, that's what happens. Partly because I do serve good tea and people come for
It is
that.
good tea.
Yeah,
You know, so.
I'll remember.
Gonna have to have a bigger.
Can you purchase it in the grocery store?
No,
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 they don't have
I
those
didn't think so.
fragments. Yeah, where'd you
no.
get them?
Well,
Fine, that should be.
Mrs.
fine.
Is it a secret?
No, Mrs. Wong, who owns a restaurant here in town.
Right.
She and her husband, but her family business is they own the Wu Yi Tea Company in China, and her brother stays in China and manages the tea company, and she just got back from vacation, so. As a matter of
For
fact,
a
when
modest
she does
annual
go to
fee,
China on vacation, she
you
brings
too
a few extra goodies
can
with her. So
produce such a
but I get
television
my tea
show
from her, and
on
she has
URTV.
Really good tea, and people bring me gifts of tea. This
A very modest
was a
fee.
gift that was given to me 2 days ago. Was this tea,
So what are you waiting for?
which is
great.
reputed to be the #1 tea in England,
Great.
and
Haven't you ever
I've
wanted to
noticed that
serve tea on air?
my limey friends who drop in and visit are they're very happy to find
With
this here,
limeys?
so,
Yeah.
you know.
I thought so.
Great. Is that what you usually drink when I see you out at coffee shops? Are you drinking tea, or do you drink?
No, I'll have a cup of coffee in a coffee shop. Yeah.
But you're not smoking anymore, are you,
No
Mr.
cigarettes.
Scientist?
Oh,
That's
no.
terrific. How about a round of applause?
I love this.
Yeah, go ahead. You can give them plenty. Just give them some tea, because it's.
Pour a little water in it.
Yeah,
Shall we re-steep?
we will, but not. It's not ready. It's not ready yet. You can sit it over here. Okay.
Well, we're
Wait,
saying
no.
there's a very impressive crowd here today.
I know, and they have various talents and agendas and things. This crowd.
My specialty is.
Doesn't
serving tea.
everyone?
No, I have no agenda and no talent.
Well, okay,
Cheers to that.
okay. Well, okay. We could.
Oh man, that's good. Right, man.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice. I like it.
Thank you.
What all is in the blue teapot? Anything?
Yes, but just a little bit. It's waiting for more water.
Okey-dokey.
It will be PG tips as soon as I add some more water to it,
Good.
and then we'll get the big red robe come in in the Martha Stewart hydrangea pattern. Okay, yeah, what would you like to do with that microphone? I could just kill it. And we'll use that for special occasions, okay. There. I should be probably listening to the headphones to see, have we been totally hogging the conversation here?
Oh well, you're also on a pretty tight pan here at this end of the table. It's too bad
My guest is.
Well,
we
I
don't have a
ha-
camera on the ceiling or
Okay,
something.
well, okay, now check your pan. Okay, you watching the monitor? Can you see the monitor?
Pan out. Yes.
There we go. All right. And here, let's see.
Would you like
Let's
to
look
trade
at
with
this
me,
other
Sam?
camera.
Okay.
Can you?
Could we show the orange
can-
sticks on this camera shot?
Uh-huh.
Let's show the orange sticks.
Yes, open the orange sticks
You
up.
can just put them on the book there.
Oh, okay.
Open the orange sticks up and show the orange sticks. Open them up. Show the.
Now,
This evening has been
Stop that!
sponsored
Stop that!
by-
Show the content of the box, but not the name. Show the orange sticks, if you want to show them.
Behold,
Walmart.
orange chocolatey sticks of orange.
Okay. And can you, if we needed a camera adjustment, can you make it, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Which one you want tweaked?
the one beside you. It needs to see the people on, if you can, as many people as you can see on that side of the table, I would say would be the shot. You know?
Does it automatically go from one shot to the other, kind of switch?
I can check, I have it here. Yeah, there we go. All right, maybe pan it, turn it to the right, get me out of it, get all those guys. More. That, yeah, okay, there, whoa, back just a little bit, not too much of him, okay. Okay, very good, all right, now let's see what the other camera looks like. Is that camera right? What happened to it? We lost a little bit of him, he leaned back, okay, that's good, okay. And then there's this one. Now, does that have everybody, basically, we're gonna have everybody but Matt. Let's see, right?
You can
Okay.
trade with me if you want to be on camera. I know he does. He
Well.
does want to trade with me.
And ironically, if you give me the chance, I can be the biggest camera whore
I
sometimes.
know. I know. Matt gets an unnatural thrill out of watching himself on TV. Seeing himself on the screen.
And natural.
The rays radiated from the camera can be extremely stimulating and addicting.
That's the sunglasses. Or you can get a little self-conscious.
You can sit that microphone on the floor if you like, and just get that out of the way and out of the shot and out of the way for the table reaching and things like that. And we'll work off this little PZM up at that end of the table.
Can I drink your Johnson?
And if anybody wants to be heard really well, if they just lean in and put their elbow on the table, they'll be heard better.
yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right. But didn't that sound good? Didn't the guitar sound good in there? It did, didn't it?
I look forward to more music.
Yeah.
Let's have some more.
Well, apparently we have to have more tea before we can have more music, and this pot takes a long time to
Man, I reckon.
come up, but when it does, it fills up more than one pot. So
Mountain time.
you know, maybe I need another hot plate, so I could run 2 pots, boil 2 pots at a time. And we don't have hot water here. They won't turn our hot water heater on. I would say probably the landlord or someone is too cheap or just by accident. One day, we'd been in the building for more than a year with cold running water out of both faucets, and one day, hot water began to come out of the left one. So we know there is a hot water heater somewhere. Someone turned it on. And we were like, whoa, we have hot water, And then, like 3 days later, whoa, we don't have hot water anymore because somebody figured out, oh, we turned on the hot water heater, better turn that off. That's going to,
What are hot water heaters for? You don't need to heat hot water.
You need to heat cold water and turn it into hot water, though.
Okay, all right. Now, okay, so I'm still trying to go around the table and do. Let's just like introduce each person what your name is and more or less what your agenda is. Like I'll start. Okay, I'm John. I'm the mad scientist. This is my tea party. That's why I'm here. I'm here to invite people to come to URTV and express themselves over the cable channel 20 to all of Asheville and be an outlet for your creative activities. Okay. Now we could go your way. And you could say,
I might add the best Mad Tea Party in town that I've been to.
Explosive.
Hello, I believe the water's ready. My name's Aaron Price. My agenda is only partly self-promotion. I'm a musician. I have a new record coming out. It's called Glass Opera. But I'm also here just to hang out with everybody else and drink some tea and see a little bit how this TV show works. That's the Red Robe. And we're all getting jacked on caffeine. Thank you.
if you would sit this
that was
in,
my
on
agenda.
on the silver tray, because
Finally
it
figured out
will
I did have one.
it will be the next thing that's ready, and it will be ready very shortly. Very shortly. I'm going to go put some more hot water in this pot, which will heat up quickly, and I'll be back.
Should we
Okay.
continue our?
Yes,
do what
go,
we were
go,
doing?
go right around the table, and everybody sort of lean up on the table and tell you things. I don't know. Let me move this way because this is the mushroom man.
No.
You're not the
no.
mushroom man.
No, well, we've already talked about that. Mushrooms are only marginally interesting
Hmm.
points. I don't know if that's my agenda here today anyway.
Okay, but as far as we know about the mushroom thing, there is an organization in town,
Yeah,
the
there's an organization.
Mushroom Growers Organization, and you have a web page.
Association, yeah, we don't have much of a webpage.
You
I'd rather
have-
wait. Don't go to the webpage till next week.
No, till next week. But when next week you want to, the web page will be up, and it'll be saying mushroomgrowersassociation.org,
I
.net.
think so. Yeah.
You
that's
don't know.
close enough.
Okay.
Well, I'm not 100% sure about that. We're in a state of flux, and we're building a thing. We're going through some interesting board permutations, and like any kind of a group, we're kind of working out what each person does, and so that's where we're going right now. But that's just been resolved, and
Right.
we're as of one mind and going in one direction.
Right, and I'm hoping to be the Tea Party to be sponsored in part
It will be.
by the Asheville Mushroom Growers Association.
North Carolina mushroom.
North Carolina Mushroom Growers Association. Did you know there was a North Carolina Mushroom Growers Association?
Yeah,
Was anybody even aware that there was one?
yeah, I was aware of
You were aware of
So
it?
where as well?
Okay, two people at the table already aware.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but my agenda was also just to come here and like, what's your first name?
Aaron.
Aaron, Steve, and it was to just see how it worked, and the idea of public or television getting out into the community. It seems like an easier way to communicate than whatever other way there is, face to face.
Smoke signals.
It's pretty tough, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that's my agenda. Just hang out, drink tea, hear some
See, I'm
music,
out.
maybe play some music. That was ready.
I only knew about certain mushroom consuming organizations myself,
That's
but I'm
right.
glad to know they
Did
have
you
a.
hear
Isn't
about
there
the
a-
local truffles? We have
Yeah.
white truffles that were foraged locally.
I still your
Small
chair
amounts.
temporarily.
Tea, anyone?
Yes,
This
Speaking to
season-
speaking to
Well,
the
go
black
ahead.
square here.
I
sir.
actually I didn't even
You got to
do
run
it
the
today.
switch or two if
Yes.
you want to do it. Okay, go ahead.
That's what I did.
This is
I'm going to take
hot.
my tea and leave.
Thank you, Sarah.
Let's see.
More than willing to.
How's that go? Yeah, that's looking like it's come along quite
This
well.
would be good.
Would you like
Yeah,
to throw in
looks
back?
Nice and strong.
there is milk.
Go
if
for it.
anyone
I'm
wants.
happy as can be. I'm going to go ahead and watch it on TV. Y'all have
Thank you,
Walk
sir.
over here.
That's beautiful.
Skipping.
I just drank an energy drink. And then these gentlemen
so
I
here.
think maybe we should get that other mic off the
Isn't there
floor
an
and set it up and turn it on so
organization
these
of
guys down here
mushroom
can be
hunters
heard.
as well?
There is a group. Yeah, this
It
is
probably
this
is
is
coming
kind
through.
of different.
A
It's
TZM
really
should be
just
going
It
a-
didn't seem like it was that hot earlier.
just a bunch of
take a
people
look.
getting around. It's really trying to start an industry kind of thing. You know, it's not just about
I
consuming.
know a farmer of mushrooms here. I don't think he belongs to your organization.
Sorry about the sunglasses. I have sensitive
Are there
eyes.
dues and
Hey, you look good.
do you have dues? Or
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we have to use
Yeah.
It's,
Will you please pass the lumps?
Certainly.
yes.
It makes me think of Bugs Bunny.
One lump or
What?
two, doing
The
doing.
one lump or two.
Yeah, one lump or two. What's that? Where that came from? I thought that when I got the lump out, and I couldn't remember where it came from.
Oh my God, I just want to say that.
Elmer Fudd.
I haven't said lump in a long time.
Bat.
Lump me, would you?
Bam.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're here. My name's Joel, and this is my partner Matt. We're here. We have started a music company in Asheville. We're sort of new, about 6 months going, and it's called Comunk Music. And we met We met, at the beginning of the summer, and he was actively involved in 2 rock and roll bands. And I started to work with a band from Wilmington and was getting to know and establish better relationships with bands here in Asheville. And we just started doing all the different things that it takes to be a part of the music scene, promotions and booking and making websites and the graphic arts and showing up at shows and providing all the stuff that goes into production. And we just kept doing it piece by piece. And the beautiful thing I feel about Asheville and doing something like this is that along the journey, when we needed to come up with a video guy or an audio guy or an artist of some sort, or it was all like right here within town. And that just blew me away, that every single bridge we've had to cross so far, amazingly, someone who not only was able but very interested in helping out the scene showed up. And so tonight, we have a big event at the Grey Eagle. It's one of our bigger events. It's got Laura Reed in the Deep Pocket and Josh Phillips Folk Festival, which is his first time performing, especially in Asheville, as Josh Phillips Folk Festival, which is amazing for him to start off. It's the Grey Eagle. We've called the event the Winter Solstice. And Sci-Fi from Wilmington will be on it too. So it's 3 bands and members of all different kinds of bands that do well in this area. And it starts at 8 o'clock tonight. We're hoping a lot of people come out. We got all these holiday shows coming out right now and Christmas Jam tomorrow. And we tried to connect to people amongst all the other things that are going on. And so that starts at 8 o'clock tonight. And we're just going to keep on. Keep Grey Eagle tonight at 8 o'clock.
Is Sidney Barnes performing with Laura Reed?
Sidney Barnes was out at the Stella Blues show. I saw him the last time. I'm not sure if he's going to be out there tonight. There will be members of 2 Bob Crew and Hope Massive, maybe Acoustic Syndicate. Somebody from Acoustic Syndicate was on Josh's album. There are just numerous other single members. Guitarists from the Mantras in Greensboro will be out tonight. Just numerous other members will be showing up and being on stage, and I think that's the beauty of it, especially when you bring a bunch of friends together. These 3 bands tonight, especially Your Mama's Big Fat Booty Band, which basically some of the members of Josh Phillips Folks Festival, and especially Josh Phillips, his crew will be out there. So I think it'll be a lot of trading off instruments, which is really cool when you sort of have a plan, but you don't know how things are going to turn out. Tonight's definitely one of those nights, and then we're going to carry on to an after party and hopefully go till the sun comes up tomorrow. But yeah, we have a lot of visions and hopes for Asheville as far as the scene. Matt could tell you a little bit more about like rock and roll and what he wants to do with rock and roll in Asheville. So we're just going to continue to grow and hopefully be able to deal with what the group, as the bands get bigger, what they need, because that's the crazy thing about it, is they just continue to grow and we try to keep up with it.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Just checking the T-word. I wanted to interject in that you asked me a little earlier about did we have Deep Pocket in here? Yeah, we did, and we had fun with them. They were great. Would you say? I would say they were certainly one of the best bands we've had through.
We filmed them 2 weeks ago for Mount Dungeon, I believe.
2 weeks?
I think it's 2 weeks ago.
on a
We filmed their
Saturday.
episode.
Okay, but it was a total pleasure because they were so good, and we really enjoyed that. So that I know they're going to put on a good performance.
Yeah, Laura Reed's amazing. I mean, she comes from South Africa, and they have a worldly vision. And they're already going to remote parts of the world. They're doing something in Jamaica next month for a couple. I think they're doing 2 festivals in Jamaica.
And Laura can sing.
Oh, she's amazing. I mean, every time I see her, I don't understand how such an amazing, powerful voice
Comes out of that little girl.
She's so little, and just she's beautiful. Yeah, we're just thrilled to be a part of these bands and to work with a musician like Laura. She definitely. I listen to her CD every day. And that's another thing. Their CD came out about, I think about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, and it was also recorded here in Asheville. Same with Aaron's. So I think that's awesome that everything can, these studios can produce albums that are sold all around the world right from Asheville, and these musicians can get to know each other and cross paths here and there. And when it comes showtime for everything to come together, it just seems to happen here in Asheville. I don't know of any other city that can correspond and is so artistic that can offer such, on-the-spot collaboration.
Right, we do have a world-class recording studio right here in Asheville, don't we?
Yeah.
Aaron? And we'll tell you the name of it if they sponsor us. But we do. We have I call it Air Studios Asheville, and it's I think that's an accurate representation, don't you? Lovely studio. Is that where she did hers?
She did she did hers at Echo Mountain.
Oh, I see. Okay, well that's what I was talking about.
But I'm sure she knows Aaron, or definitely might have crossed paths with him before. Because I believe she lives in West Asheville, so.
She can sing though, and she sings on key and quite.
Hey, that's
Hey, that's
Counts
most
for a
of the
lot.
battle right
don't
there.
take that for
you're
granted
right.
around here.
Yeah.
You say you do take it for
I
granted?
say don't take that for
No,
granted.
you
around
don't
here.
take that for granted. No, she sings on key and she sings quite expressively as well.
Right.
But on key, and that makes all the difference.
And she sings loud, and she also sings soft sometimes, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
also
That's
that's
like I
also
say, very
a
expressive.
bonus if you're an entertainment consumer here in this area.
Very
Dynamics.
Their band has grown really quickly, and from doing something like Bell Share on one of the main stages over the summer, my understanding they have not been existent for more than a couple years, maybe entirely. And the fact that they're already in Global Rhythms and Relics Magazine and touring to different parts of the world just shows how much strength and how well people respond to her as a musician.
Well, talking about that, talk about the publicity she's getting. Aaron was telling me that about say the girl's name.
Who?
Kellen?
Kellen Watson.
No.
Who we're talking about?
Who also got good press, and you were telling me magazines. And I worked on the album project.
Oh, Carrie Fridley,
Carrie
yes,
Fridley's
of course.
Album. I can't say names. I can't say names. Carrie Fridley's album. And tell us about some of the places where we found her. You were telling me of articles and stuff that I wasn't aware of.
Well, there was a nice review of that in No Depression. Carrie Fridley, by the way, is a local country blues singer, and John and I worked on her last album called Down South. It's got some really good musicians on it. Carrie is one of the best singers and probably most well respected of the young generation of country singers on this side of the Mississippi, I would say. And No Depression just did a piece on her new record. That's the main one that sticks out in my head. Although of course all the local rags have caught onto it as well.
I remembered you mentioned 2 or 3, but anyway. But you remember one right now. That's okay. And I think it's a great album, even if we didn't work on it, right? Regardless of whether we worked on it or not, it's a great album.
We helped it to greatness, though. I think.
But it's a lovely album.
But yeah.
And I think she's real happy with it. I assume y'all have discussed it, and she expressed it.
She is happy about it. It runs the gamut. It's a bit of a gamble of a record because it's got 3 or 4 disparate styles. Electric blues, acoustic blues, old time, electric country.
We might add that before the Carrie Fridley band some years back, she was part of the Freight Hoppers, who did a number of albums on Rounder Records and stuff. So she's not a newcomer to the business, but she is local with us, and we love having Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
And I play, and those who watch the Tea Party all the time may know that I play some Carrie Fridley almost every day. As part of the Tea Party.
That's great.
I remember meeting her here once in the Tea Party.
I was wondering if she's been around for tea.
She did.
Yeah,
She
she
came for
has.
tea. And she brought me a CD.
Mhm.
I mean a DVD. Okay, I'm yeah. Continue to talk. Okay, we're over to you.
All right, I will do the
Put it on that guy.
quick
Okay.
the quick version. Joel already kind of explained how Come With Gun Music came about. My name is Matt Cox, and my short story perspective is I played in a local rock band called Bugs Multiply, and I needed help booking, which is the hardest thing to do when you're in a band. And Joel is the master at talking to people on the phone and getting shows booked. And then I own a computer website hosting company, and his band needed a website and my band needed booking. So I said, let's trade. You book us a tour up to New York, which he helped with. We went up and did a week of New York City, Boston, Philly, up around there, and had a blast. And then we did a website, and all of a sudden it just, we started mentioning to people what we were doing, and it just turned into this monster of a thing.
Great.
So now we're, you know, we're working with 3 or 4 bands and put up a big website. We're doing this big show tonight. And then kind of my role in this is, since I'm more kind of into the local rock scene, is I want to create an avenue. The ultimate goal is to launch a record label. I had a producer from Los Angeles who moved to Atlanta want to talk to me about doing my next record, and I wasn't really ready to do that yet, and didn't really have the money. But I was talking to him about, you know, what to do in the way the state of the music industry right now, and he said the best thing you can do is set up shows and launch a record label in your town. And so,
well,
trying to fit it all in.
let me mention that you were talking to a producer from Atlanta. We have several fine producers right here in Asheville. Aaron and I are both producers, and this is my tea party. So,
You can mention
so
your
we'll
name.
talk about me as a producer. I could, you might want to talk to me if you need a producer.
well, actually, that's all I've been trying to do lately. About a month ago, I decided, after being hidden away with my computer company, being so busy with that, I never really took the time out to get out and get to know more local musicians and producers and people involved in all this. So I've been really
Dr.
making an
Blackwell.
effort to
I'm relinquishing your throne because I have to go up and stick my head out and
call around and
check on a few things.
Okay, would you take that and put water in the pot there that's not being used? Yeah. Is it empty?
This is empty.
Okay,
No more
yep,
tea.
That's the one.
This is full, however.
Oh, this tea, what's this?
It's not ready yet. Almost.
So Bugs Multiply is an independent band as of right
That's
now.
a project I've been working on for years. I'm getting ready to put together lineup number 5 and record the second record and
Cool.
just keep pushing with it. I mean, the local rock scene's a tough thing around here, and I just think there's so many talented rock bands and writers here that I wanted to create an avenue so that those people get a little more recognition. Because I go to a lot of shows and there's 5 or 10 people, but these bands are amazing. And I think if I
Sound like me.
bring in some larger acts from out of town and put on events, then these bands will get to play for 100, 200, 300 people. And I think people start to take notice. There's already, in the underground scene, a lot of people are trying to spread the rumor that this is going to be the next Seattle kind of scene. And I don't know if it'll be that big, but I believe the talent is here, and I want to do what I can to kind of blow it up a little bit.
That's what this town needs, is people like you who are gonna be passionate about others. Who don't have the time, they're so involved in the music, we need somebody to represent, promote, produce these people. And it can happen, we have the means, we have the ways, we have the talent.
Yeah, the
Something
people who are
that-
here already here.
Something that this town desperately needs is a booking agency.
Yep.
Will you
Yes.
agree with that?
Yes,
Right.
and infrastructure.
Right.
There are a few here, and as a booking agent, you know, I have been asked by, over the summer it was crazy because I had just started doing it, and I on a daily basis through all the different communication mechanisms, I was getting asked by bands from not only just Asheville or North Carolina, from all over, and I didn't know how they were finding me. And it is a very important thing. I sort of consider it the glue that holds everything together, because if you're not moving, then